What's up, everybody? Welcome to Riffin with Griffin, a special solo episode. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. Last time on Riffin with Griffin, we had Russell Peters. That was a great episode, and that was my 25th episode. So now we're into the last 75 towards 100, if I can even make it to 100. But just to say that I had 25 solid episodes of doing the show is just like amazing. I want to thank everybody for being on the ride with me. I love saying that. You're on the journey. And now we're journeying here to the new Riffin with Griffin Studios. Riffin Studios. I need a name. And of course, I'm looking for like artwork. You know what I mean? Look, I got like, this is, make sure it looks nice. Make sure it looks nice and all that. But yeah, this is the Riffin with Griffin Studios. Look, I got a picture of Ralph. I got a Montez poster. I got my fishing posters. I'm gonna tell you if they're real or not. I got this is me playing basketball when I was in high school. You know, there's me with the Clippers. I was like the courtside captain one day, and so it's like Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. So, you know, as you see, I'm a big Clipper fan. I play video games. You know, I got all my Clipper stuff here. Then I play like video games. There's my Sakura video game. I got that for free. Want to thank the people that sent me that. You know, I got, excuse me, I got a Call of Duty. Anyway, Workaholics DVDs. You know, I got everything right here. I'm dying up here and all that. My little Ralph thing. So yeah, we're here at Riffin Griffin Studios. You know, so I'm eventually gonna I have this PO box. I'm gonna put that out there. So only reason I'm gonna put the PO box is like if people want to send me stuff, art, because like the music that I've been getting. One of the things that I've been doing on the show is the theme songs, and like people have been sending me outstanding theme songs. I mean, I can't even believe the talent level of the people that send me these songs. They're so good, and so I'm wondering. I bet you there's people that have like a equivalent of like art, you know. So if you got some art out there you want to send, yeah, hey, you know what? I'll put it here. We'll rotate it out, you know. But I just want to say like thank you everybody for listening and liking and commenting, even the haters. I love the haters help me too, even though I do crack back sometimes. I got to stop doing that. But, you know, I'm loving Riffin with Griffin and it's growing and I'm trying to figure out like how to do this, what's the right way to do it. It's such a job. It's such a rewarding experience. And so this is my 26th episode and it's a special episode because I want to actually play all the theme songs, most of the theme songs that I've gotten, because I want to have I'm gonna put a Twitter poll up and then we'll just figure out like who's the best producers, not necessarily the best song, like because I've gotten multiple songs from some people, and then the winner I'm gonna send them a DVD. Yeah, we old school. This is my first special, The Ugly Truth, and I still have the DVDs. I have a bunch of these, so the winner's gonna get this. I'll sign it. And then they'll get that sign. I have a couple more of these Montez posters. You know, it's like the car from that. Remember the car he had when he was getting when she was doing maintenance from the passenger seat. And then I got smoothies right here. So if you want to like this art that somebody made on this old school contest, but this is an example of like the kind of art that people send. So, you know, I want to put that out there for you guys to do if you want to send in, and I'll send it out to, like I said, to the winner. So we'll have that contest at the end. So throughout the few things that I'm going to talk about in this episode, I just have a couple of things because I haven't done a solo episode in a long ass time because I've been doing all these interviews and I love all the interviews. And that's actually what I want to talk about first. You know what I mean? Is all these great interviews that I've gotten. But even before that, I want to have the theme song for today's episode. Let's start with a theme song, y'all. And remember, on Riffin with Griffin now, we got the singing mic, Scooby Dooby Doo Doo. We got the singing mic, singing mic, singing mic, singing mic. Yeah, so that's the nonsense we're gonna be doing on Riffin with Griffin. I got a singing mic, y'all. So I hope you enjoy that. But first up, before we start the episode 2016 is from my good buddy Ben Seward. Ben made the theme songs for both my specials, The Ugly Truth and American Warrior, which you could buy The Ugly Truth on ericgriffin.com. I'll sign it. Yeah, so he made the theme songs for both those specials. And he also made the music for My Queen. You can look that up too. Look up My Queen. It's a music video I made as Montez for Colleen. You know what? I haven't put the link down. It's still up someplace, so you guys can watch that. But this is the guy that made that, Ben Seward. He's my dude. And so today's first theme we're gonna go over, because you guys haven't even heard this one yet. First theme before we start talking about stuff in this episode is from Ben Seward, and we for sure gonna need to sing him, Mike. We on Riffin with Griffin. I love this show like it's a bucket of chicken. I'm sitting here riffing these lyrics for you. Whoa, it's like love making with some glue. It's sticky too, because we're riffing with Griffin. This is my boy. My boy Ben Seward. Ben Seward came with the hot R&B fire, because that's what he does. He can make actually any kind of music. So if you need some music done, you should hit up Ben, guys. People that are listening, you're like, who made that track? This guy. You give him a reference track and he'll come up with some shit. He's great. But anyways, first up on this episode, damn it, my throat, y'all. First thing I want to talk about in this episode of Riffin with Griffin is all the great guests that I've had in the first 25. And actually starting with, like, in the last person I just had on the show was Russell Peters. We had a great talk. He's fun to talk to. So make sure you listen to that one. I had Tony Rock on the show. We had a great discussion about his family, just hearing his upbringing, being in the Rock family, brother of Chris Rock. I always used to wonder, like, why they never, like, you never see them around together. You never see them doing shows and stuff like that. It's because they had this weird work ethic that they got from, not weird, it's like they had a great work ethic they got from their parents to, like, strive and do things on your own. Don't rely on anybody. So they both kind of had this, like, rise, and Tony's going through his thing right now. And just hearing about them having, like, this strong black father in the household, I'm not surprised that that they had the giant success that they had. So that's a great episode. So listen to the Tony Rock episode. I had Tiffany Haddish on. Tiffany was on. It was great. She's so big right now. I've known her forever. So she graced my presence, graced the show by coming on. And I thought that was really generous of her. All the Workaholics people, I love all them. Blake Anderson was my first guest. And I just have a real fondness for Blake. He's such a sweet dude. And he came on and we talked. And it was just like, it made me feel so comfortable, because I didn't know how it was going to be having a guest, So he was my first guest. So all the Workaholics people have been great. Anders, Kyle, the ladies of Workaholics, Jillian and Mary Beth. I loved having them on. They're real cool people too. So, it's just all the guests I've had have just been great. Tone Bell, Brianne Howie. She was one of my favorites because she was on I'm Dying Up Here with me, and she's like my Hollywood crush. You know what I mean? God, I love it. But she got a boyfriend. Shout out to Doogie. His name's not really Doogie, but I love calling him Doogie. I think he's like a doctor. He's like a lawyer, but I always think he's a doctor because he's got this really like baby face. He's got this baby face. So I love that. But anyway, they're great. And so there was a lot of really great episodes, and I have more to come. But, I said, you know what? Let's do some solo episodes. Like, why haven't I done solo episodes in a while? It's because, like I say, I've had all these great guests. So, but there's like a lot of stuff going on in the world since I've had my last solo episode. I think the last solo episode I had, I was talking about Kevin Hart, and it's great because he was just on Rogan and he was talking about the Oscars thing, and I think he's still handling it great. You know what I mean? It's just, what are you supposed to do? We live in really sensitive times. You can't say anything without people flying off the handle. And here's my thing about it. I get apologizing. Like, if you say something inappropriate, or you say something that it's not even necessarily inappropriate, but somebody finds it inappropriate, or somebody takes offense, I'm fine with being like, I'm sorry that you took offense to that. I'm sorry that my words hurt you. as long as you can acknowledge that wasn't my intention. Because that's not what's coming back on the other side. Like for comedians' sake, that's what I'm saying. Like comedians are making jokes and they're saying things. We're not fucking Rhodes scholars. You know what I mean? We're making jokes about things, and then we want to put it out there. And then because of social media and YouTube and all this stuff, people are grabbing it and putting it out. It's like what happens in the comedy club sometimes, to me, should stay in the comedy club, because that's why you came there for that. So, but when things get out and in the public, and you say things publicly, or you do say things on specials that people don't like, it's like, obviously we meant it in jest, and I know that yes, you might have taken offense, yes, you might have gotten hurt, but damn, does it have to be like you think I'm a horrible person because of that? No, I think you should just go, hey, you made a joke, and I know you didn't mean for it to be the way it was taken, but it was taken this way. If we have a back and forth that way, I think we'll be able to enjoy comedy again. You know what I mean? Look at me, I'm already talking about stuff. All right. Well, that's not even what I wanted to do, but I did anyway. So shout out to Kevin Hart and Joe Rogan for having a great discussion about that stuff. But okay, let's go back to a theme song. So first we have Ben. All right, next up we got Brandon Horn. This is the great Brandon Horn. Let's see what he got for us. I'm not sure if he's in the running yet, because I might have like 5, 6, maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7, and we'll do a Twitter poll. But here's Brandon Horn. Guys, I don't know what to say. Theme song. I cracked myself up. Uh-oh, just that club banger, y'all. I need a theme song. Need a theme song. They were never funny to me. I need to think FYI. We might need a wand for this one. Casting spells at the club. Can you imagine if you showed up with a wand to the club? Riff the griff, riff the griff, riff the griff, griff. This one's dope. So, shout out to Brandon Horn. I mean, listen to the talent. Yeah. All right, so that's Brandon Horn. We love that one. Let's go with one more. We'll go 2 in between each topic. So that was Brandon Horn, if you like that one. And here's Brian Hanna, another Brian. Oh no, another B guy. Wow, I see. I'm like, why is all these B's? Because I have it in alphabetical order. Okay, so that was Ben, and then we got Brandon Horn, and now we have Brian Hanna. Let's see what Brian's got for us. Oh, we might need to sing it, Mike. There's only one rule in my bed. Only one rule. Fuck. Oh, riffing with Griffin. 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 Ooh. Riffing. All right, oh shit, that's too loud. All right, that was Brian Hanna. Shout out to Brian Hanna. That was dope. Thank you, Brian. All right, let's go to the Riffin with Griffin notebook. Okay, so we talked about the theme songs, what we gonna do. I did my hello intro. Hi, this is Erik Griffin. I'm still at All Things Comedy, guys. Don't think I left there. I'm just not doing it in Burbank anymore. I'm still doing it in Burbank, actually. I have a couple scheduled because, I don't want everybody coming to my place. And my favorite episodes, even some more, like Dane Cook, I thought was a really great episode. I was talking to him for months. I was like, Dane, you should come on my show. I'm doing this podcast. I'd love for you to be a guest. And he was like, kind of ducking me about it for a long time. And then he's like, all right, I'll come on. And he was great. He just loved talking, and he's actually on the ground floor of that, because he used to do this thing called Stream of Consciousness on his website. Like, he was doing podcasts before anybody was doing podcasts, right? That's what the modern podcast is, what that was. But like, then all of a sudden he comes on my podcast. I think, oh shit, I got the exclusive. I got the Dane Cook exclusive. Then this motherfucker 3 days later is on Theo's podcast. He's been on Bert's podcast. He's on Bobby's podcast. He did Kill Tony. He actually did Kill Tony before mine, but this kind of format, you know what I mean? And I was was like, damn, but it was cool. He's a great dude. He's so polarizing because people love to love Dane Cook and they love to hate Dane Cook. They love hating Dane Cook. So check out that episode because it's a really good episode. All right, back to the Griffin with Griffin notebook. Like I said, I haven't done a solo in a while, so a lot of things have been going on in the world. And one of them that I never got to talk about that I wanted to is that Jussie Smollett. I'll be quick because I know that people have been talking about this ad nauseum, but I'm glad it happened because people in the world need to understand why we have due process. We have due process for a reason because you can't just believe anything that anybody says. You take it serious, you go through the investigation, you find out the facts, you take a measured approach, and then you come out with okay, here's our findings, But with the court of public opinion and social media, people just put things out, and then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, oh man, and they're on their Twitter like, I'm outraged by this. People love to let people know how they feel. They on their Twitter, and it's crazy because Twitter, the Washington Post and New York Times, places like this, they have actually, they're accountable for what they say. There's accountability. You can't just say whatever the fuck you want to say when you're a part of a news organization because you open yourself up for liability. But podcasts and people's personal Twitters, they don't fall under those things. And I'm asking the question, maybe they should in the future, because listen, if you have millions of followers, you have 100,000, over 100,000, 500,000, whatever followers, and then you come out and say some stuff, you can say whatever the hell you want. And that goes out there to all those people. I mean, not everybody watches the news. Not everybody. Some people just get their news from Twitter. I mean, that's stupid, but they do. They might see that oh my God, did you see this guy was attacked? And all of a sudden it's spreading like wildfire. And in this, and I think that what I think is so wrong about what he did is in this day and age, in this era, with all of the sensitivity that's going on, with all of the things, it's not cool to put gas on this fire that's already there. And that's what he did. It's what they say about freedom of speech. It's you can't call fire in a movie theater because it'll cause a panic. And I think it's an equivalent analogy because what he did was he flamed the fires of people's sensitivity and outrage, and then it just spread, and everybody was like, you see what we've done? You see what's going on in the world? And then it turns out he lied. It just takes it all the way. It's a step back, And then the fact that he's not even getting there's no punishment for what he did, but we don't even know all the facts, but it seems like Chicago's a little shady. You even had Trump getting involved with it. Can you imagine that Trump is involved with this? You know what I mean? He's wrong. He's probably he's still mad about Obama being, from Chicago. That's what that is. So, yeah, but anyways, I just think that moving forward, I hope people can be like, hey, all right, somebody said something. Let's see what's going on with this, with all of it. Me Too, everything, any kind of allegations, anything. Let's take a step back, take a measured approach, because right now I think that what he did, he was trying to take advantage of how dumb social media is, how the mob, he tried to take advantage of the mob mentality. So we should take a look at that and, take a measured approach. Let's take a breath before we just react to shit. All right, that's my feelings on the Jussie Smollett, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know how to say his name. All right, let's go to the next name. Okay, we had Brian Hanna. Let's go to the next two. First up is Cameron Tyler. Cameron Tyler, this is a jam. Give it up for Cameron, y'all. Oh shit, we definitely don't need to sing it, Mike.
Griffin. With Griffin.
We might need a wand again. Griffin with Griffin. Oh, this is a jam, y'all. Cameron Tyler, y'all. Cameron Tyler. Making shit happen. Cameron Tyler. All right, that was a jam right there. Look how talented people are. Look at all the different styles, right? People, man, it's crazy. All right, this next guy, this is funny because Russell Peters in the last episode, he mentioned he made reference to this song, and this is like an homage to that song. It's like the original song was like 900 something. I forgot the name of the damn original song, but anyway, this guy's special to my heart. This is my brother, my brother from another mother. But I always say to people, I go, hey, yeah, I have a brother, and they go, I thought you were only child, and I go, I am only child, but this is the person I consider my brother, and he made a song for me, and he was so excited to send it to me. So and I had it on an episode with Dane Cook, and let's give it up for my brother, Mr. Cody Cachet. Cody Cachet with this little banger.
This is Riffin with Griffin.
I love the bell. Oh, I need the wand for the bell. Get it, Cody.
On the stage or in your ear, he's the man you're gonna wanna hear. From the TV set to your headphone set, here's the message that you won't forget. You're about to get shooken up. Hell, he's even gonna wake you up. I just dropped the beat. Now it's time for you to get out your seat.
Get out your seat.
Rock the beat, now get out your seat.
Rock the beat, now get out your seat.
Drop the beat, now get out
This old school, so I gotta.
Drop the beat, now get out your seat.
I'm like Cabbage Patch with this.
Drop the beat, now get out your seat. Drop the beat, now get out your seat.
Here's my favorite part. Get it.
Griffin, Griffin, when you hear that song.
Griffin, Griffin, and the all night long.
Griffin, Griffin, when you hear that song. Griffin, Griffin, sing it all night long. Griffin, Griffin, when you hear that song. Griffin, Griffin, sing it all night long. Griffin, Griffin, when you hear that song. When I say riffin, you say with Griffin.
Riffin!
With Griffin. When I say riffin, you say with Griffin. Riffin!
With Griffin.
When I say
Cody, he just might be gay. I'm just kidding. Cody is gay. He's super gay. But I love him to death. He's the best. And that was a jam by Cody Cachet. All right, so we had Cameron and Cody. All right, what's next on the? Let me look at the Riffin with Griffin notebook. Occasionally we just go to the singing mic for no reason. We on the singing mic. Let's look at the notebook and see what we got. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We just occasionally going to go to the singing mic for no reason. All right, here we go. The next up is my Clippers, y'all. I had to talk about my Clippers. I got my Clipper hat on. I got all my Clipper shit over here. Check it out. I got my Blake Griffin bobblehead doll. I got my Gallinari bobblehead doll right there. I got my Clippers piggy bank. I got my Clippers pictures, my Clippers hats. Guys, I'm a Clipper fan. You know what I mean? And they go into the playoffs. I'm super excited about that, even though I'm going to be out of town. I'm not going to be able to see the playoffs, but I'm excited about my Clippers playoffs. I mean, Doc Rivers I told y'all in an episode, like one of my other solo episodes was all about the Clippers, and I told y'all they're going to have a good season, and here they are. They had a good season. They had a great season considering that they're in the Western Conference, and they're making the playoffs. And right now we're in the 8th seed, but it could be 8th or 6th, and the fact that with a winning record, almost 50 wins, I mean, this is Coach Doc Rivers has doing the coaching of his career. He should be for sure in line for Coach of the Year. So I hope that he gets the recognition that he deserves. And I love my Clippers. I've had such a good time going to the games. I don't know if I'm gonna have the tickets for much longer. Like I share them with Adam because first of all, we had 4 tickets and we went down because it's just like we're both out of town all the time. And then they had like this was the Chris Paul, Blake Griffin prices that they were charging. And I'm looking at the team and I'm like, yo, like I don't see this is not justifying that, Then this year they started playing good. Price is still high. Like it's still at that point. But now we're talking about we got room for 2 max players. So I know for sure if we get Kevin Durant or we get like Kawhi Leonard or Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving, any of those like big time stars, they for sure gonna be like, well, we got to raise the prices again, And I'm gonna be like, and that whatever that team is, they better be playing just as hard like this team. That's what's gonna piss me off if they're gonna raise the prices and then these superstars are not gonna play as hard as these dudes. One of my favorite things about the Clippers is Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell come off the bench, and they're pretty much the best players on the team right now. Like they just the fan favorites. I just love how they play. But anyways, I love my Clippers, so watch out for them in the playoffs and watch out for them for the future because the Lakers are at home. Bye, Laker fans. All right, let's see what we got next here. Okay, now coming up is two jams from, I mean, these dudes, I got to make sure I get their names right. The band name right. But they made the jam of jam for me already. And it's like, it's the number one crowd favorite. It's like the podcast fans' favorite. It's from Detective Designs, Rob Kimmel, and Eli Winderman. And I want to get their band name right. It's Dopapod. I hope I'm saying it right. Dopapod and Octave Cat. Dopapod and Octave Cat, or Octave Cat. I hope I'm saying your guys' band name right. But these guys have been jamming from the start, and they made two jams for me. So I hope that the quality of these jams are good. Not like, because the other ones are WAV files. But anyway, this is from Detective Designs, and y'all know this one. This was that first jam they sent. Oh, shit. You know we need to sing it, Mike. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're riffing with Griffin. Riffing with Griffin. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, shit, it's stank in here. Riffing with Griffin. We're riffing with Griffin. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, shit. One more time. Woo, 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 woo. Riffing with Griffin, yeah. That's what Anders did. Yeah, this shit is dope. Oh, shit. Listen to the music on this, y'all. The talent. This P-Funk talent right here, man. They made this for me, so I can share it with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man, dude. That shit is so dope. Okay, that's it. Rob Kimmel, Eli Kinderman, Detective Designs, Octopod, what is it again? Dopapod and Octave Cat. That's the name of the band. And Eli Winderman is just like a fantastic musician, man. He just a music writing machine. Rob is on the fucking guitar and all that stuff and the keys. Man, these guys are great. They're also great designers too. You should check out Detective Designs online. Rob makes a bunch of great artwork, and he actually made a dope t-shirt for me. So I'm gonna show you guys that on the next episode, because I might start having some merch, some Riffin with Griffin merch. You know what I mean? All right. Here's the other jam they made. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, y'all haven't heard this next one. This is a new one they just sent me, and this one is just as dope too, y'all. And here we go again. Eli, Rob, and the band. Oh, yeah. Tell them about it now. Woo, woo, woo. Double line. We were ripping with Griffin. Double I-F-I-N. We ripping. Oh, shit. I mean, check him out on the keys. Riffin with Griffin. Whoa, yeah. Bring him back again. Because we're riffing with Griffin. Who we with? Double line. And we're riffing with Griffin. Hit that P-Funk. Oh, shit. God. Yeah, man, that shit is dope. So that's Detective Designs, guys. Rob and Eli jamming with that one. I love that one so much. So we'll see what we can do with that one. All right, last up on my things I want to talk about, of course, is we got to talk about good old Trump. Listen, guys, if you voted for Trump, more power to you. If you don't like Trump, more power to you. Just get involved, right? We got to get involved. Now, the thing that's come out recently that I've been haven't talked about because haven't done solo episodes is like this Mueller report. So the Mueller report comes out and there's nothing in it. There's nothing that rises to the occasion of like, let's call Congress and then impeach him or let's investigate further because, like 2 years, right? A 2-year investigation and there's nothing substantial. I mean, it's crazy. My buddy Bandenhall's telling you about when Trump got elected, he was just like on fire. He's going to jail. This guy's a crook. Like every day, he's a crook. My mom was posting things all the time, just anti-Trump all the time on the internet. CNN, MSNBC, they wouldn't stop. He's illegal. He's doing this. He's going to jail. He's doing that. And it's like, it's 2.5 years later and the motherfucker's still president. Like, call me when you actually have something. I'm fighting with this guy on Twitter. Not really fighting. I mean, the guy's passionate, and I appreciate his passion because he wants to read it. He wants to see what's in the Mueller report. And my shit is like, who cares? Why be disappointed? Let's just move on to the election. Let's move on to vote someone in to replace him. Because who are you going to vote for? Right now, I feel like people hate Trump more than they support any particular candidate. Because who are the people out there? Cory Booker? Who are these people that you're going to vote for? Bernie's back? Listen, I love Bernie. I like what he has to say. But, dude, he got outplayed by somebody who lost to the guy that won. Like, you don't got it, man. You and your team, you let the Clintons bamboozle you, and you didn't fight like you needed to fight. We need a grimy motherfucker to beat this dude, right? We need somebody grimy, and he ain't grimy enough, So I don't know. And again, like I say, who are we gonna vote for? Because you don't vote people out. That's not an option on the ballot of like get him out. No, you have to actually vote somebody in, or this motherfucker's gonna win again. And stop relying on this Mueller report. Because here's the thing. People want to read the Mueller report. And then they're going to be like, okay, this is something shady here. Now they don't trust Mueller. Man, they were talking about him for 2 years about, oh, this is going to be it. He's going to drop a bomb. This is going to be the thing. And there's nothing. And so now they're going to investigate that. And if they investigate that, that's going to take 2 years. In that time, this motherfucker's going to be reelected again. And then what's the point? What's the point of all of it, So I don't know. You know how I knew there was nothing? When the lawyer, Cohen? I think the lawyer, when he's testifying, right? And they don't have shit on. He's not revealing anything. This dude is going to jail for perjury. He's already going to jail. He lied. They got him dead to rights. He has nothing to lose. He should know where the bodies are buried. He gives a check that they already had. They already knew about Stormy Daniels. They already had that check. That's the only real solid information. Like, he said some things, but it's like, it doesn't rise to the occasion of like, let's call a special session of Congress and get rid of the guy. Like, that's really what people, I think that's what the point of it is in the first place, right? But he was supposed to reveal everything. It reminds me of The Godfather 2. Godfather 2, when Frank Pantangelo, he's he thinks the Corleones are trying to kill him, and then so he's testifying in front of Congress, and then in walks Corleone with his brother. They just look at him and he fucking knows, and he's in there like, oh, I was in business with his father. We were in the olive oil business, and he said nothing. That's exactly what Cohen did. Cohen said some shit that's like, oh, Trump's racist. People already believe that. People already believe it, and it didn't stop him from getting the presidency. So it's like, what did that dude actually do? So when he came up blank, when he came up like it fell short of expectations, I was like, uh-oh, prepare yourself for the Mueller report to have nothing in it. And sure enough, here we are, nothing. And so I'm still waiting to see if they're going to like actually release it, and we're going to see if there are some discrepancies. But here's the thing. Whoever came up with these allegations and said like something's going on with Russia, that was a Democrat. And then they were like, oh, I think there's more. And then they're like, okay, oh, well, they jumped on it, right? They're like, okay, we better investigate. If you need 2 years to investigate, then is there really anything? I mean, and then like, do I really believe he like I think he's an opportunist. I don't necessarily believe, I mean, it's possible, but I don't necessarily believe that Trump necessarily colluded with Russia. I think he's just an opportunist. They already have proven that Russia tampered with the election. I think Trump got wind of it and was like, well, that's good for us. You know what I mean? It's like finding out, you're in a race and then you see somebody's shoe is untied, That's not good sportsmanship. To me, it's un-American. Like, he should have wanted to win on merit. He shouldn't want some foreign power, no matter, even if it benefited him. But that's who he is. He's a businessman. All he cares about is himself. All he cares about is his own well-being. So that when he saw this happen, he was like, good, hope they get her. And I think that's what was wrong about it. But I don't think he necessarily was like in on it. You know what I mean? But he could have been. But to me, I liken it to like, you dating a lot of chicks, right? You got 3, 4, 5, you dating, you doing it because that's his businesses. He's on these business dealings. He already had dealings in Russia. He was going to open hotels. He was already flying under the radar with a bunch of shady shit, right? And so that's like you dating a bunch of girls. Then you get this one bad one. She's dope. That's the presidency. Dope. You want to be with this one, but she thinks she needs you to she needs to know that you're a good guy. You're like, yeah, so you get rid of all these other ones, right? But you still got connections. And then and that's what happened. I think that like he's just not qualified to be president. He's just not. There should be a minimum level of standard of like, you're supposed to you're not supposed to be such a businessman and have all these dealings with, go do that. You were great at that. I don't even know if he was great at it actually, but that's what your life was. So go do that. Now, because when you're president, you have to be held to a higher standard. And I think he falls short of that higher standard. And these dealings that he had with Russia is part of it. You can't have those dealings and then be president. And then now you have to backtrack about all these dealings. So I don't know. I just think that this Mueller Report thing, we basically, to me, the Mueller Report has basically handed him the second term. So if you're anti-Trump out there, you make sure you rally the troops and get out there and vote. And if you're pro-Trump, do the same thing. That's the beauty of our system. Let's have a fair election. That's what we want. A fair election. No foreign powers fucking it up. Let's just have a fair election. If he wins, then boom. Then we'll deal with 4 more years, and then after that, we'll get somebody new in there. But in the meantime, let's just go through the democratic process. All right. There we go. Solo rant done. Okay, now it's gonna be all about the music, y'all. We're gonna finish up all about the music. So we just finished with Detective Designs. Okay, so now we're going to be all about the music for the rest of the episode, because again, I'm really excited about all these themes that people sent in, and they deserve all the appreciation. They deserve all the love because they really did a great job. So this one guy's name is Erik Rivera. He sent me an intro, outro, so I'm just play a little bit of it. It's really it's pretty dope. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming back to Riffin with Griffin. Thanks for coming out, being a part of this. Today I want to talk about an address. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Yeah, so that's dope. And then he made like a similar one that's an outro. Thanks for coming out, being a part of this. Thank you, everybody that has been subscribing and writing comments. I don't know what you guys thought about that segment. Riffin with Griffin. Yeah, so that's pretty. The music's just so. It's just dope, y'all. Okay, and then now this is my dude right here. My dude, he just made a special one for Russell Peters. That was in the last episode, so if you want to hear that one. But these are these are two of the dope ones that he has made for me right now, and it's Kyle Quizmundo.
Ladies and gentlemen,
shit, we need to sing it, Mike.
Welcome to Griffin. Hello, everybody.
Welcome. Oh shit, I'm mumble rapping.
Another episode.
Chicken. Tell them about I'm ripping. On that
Griffin
television. I'm ripping with Griffin. Say what I'm trying out there.
Staying with me on
Peace,
the
bitch. I'm ripping. Her name's Griffin. Griffin. I can't rap, y'all. With Griffin. Yeah, y'all, that's dope. That's Kyle Cosmundo. That's one of the ones he made for me. I love that one right there. And then he also made this one right here. This one's the jam, too.
If you have a dream, get off your ass and make that shit happen.
Oh my God, I'm on
Get off your ass.
Oh, shit.
Get off your ass and make that shit happen.
Griffin with Griffin. Oh my God.
Griffin with Griffin. Here he is. Griffin with Griffin. Damn funny.
And we riffing Griffin. All up in the studio. We don't got no hoes.
Damn funny.
I'm just terrible. Riffing with Griffin. Oh my God, I'm gonna be on TV. We got posters on the wall, Clippers on the table, fish on the wall. Oh my God, I'm gonna be on TV. Oh my God. Griffin with Griffin. Oh my God. Yeah. The great Kyle Cosmundo. That was dope, right? All right, then after that, okay, so I have a special place in my heart for the next guy because he made the very first theme song for me that I played on that I had my very first guest on, the Blake Anderson episode. And so he sent me this, and this was the first time I realized, I was like, wow, this is like a real thing. People really listen and contribute. People want to be a part of it. And this guy, Lamont Landers, everybody. And I believe he's going to be on America's Got Talent. So look out for him. He's just like this nerdy white kid. He got glasses, but he got a black dude in his throat. You know, well, that don't sound right. I'm just saying he got an old black dude soulful sound coming out of his throat. This dude's dope. And this is the first song he made for the podcast.
Riffin with Griffin. Yes, we are riffin with Griffin. Oh, riffin with Griffin. Hey, we're riffin with Griffin. Ooh, we're riffin with Griffin. We are riffin with Griffin. Oh, we're riffin with Griffin. Oh, we're riffin with Griffin.
That's my favorite part. Ooh. Lamont Landers is going to be on America's Got Talent, so make sure you look and vote for him. Let's get the Riffin and Griffin army out there for Lamont Landers, all 17 of you guys. All right. Then he made this other one. Okay, so he's also the first guy to make because Kyle made a special one just for Russell Peters, and some people have made one for the Bobby Lee episode, Bobby and his brother. But Lamont made one for Jillian and Mary Beth. So this is that one he made for them, and this is dope too. And we need to sing it, Mike. Ooh, Lamont. 1, 2, 3, hit it now.
If it went Griffin, woo, well, if it went Griffin,
Say we are.
well, if it went Griffin,
Mary Beth Monroe and Jillian.
well, if it went Griffin,
We were
well, if it
riffing.
went Griffin,
We're riffing.
well, if it went Griffin,
Mary Beth Monroe and Jillian.
well, if it went Griffin, well, if it went Griffin,
We're riffing.
Griffin,
Mary Beth Monroe and Jillian. Riffing with Griffin. Mary Beth Monroe and Jillian.
yes we are,
Yes, we are.
yes we are.
Yeah. Whoa. One more time, Mary Beth Monroe and Jillian Dagger. Mary Beth, Jillian, Mary Beth Monroe, Jillian Dagger. Oh shit. That's so dope, right? I gotta put some like fucking WD-40 on my chair. You know what I mean? I don't like that. That's all over the place. You know. All right, so that's Lamont Landers. He sent 2 bangers. All right, next up we got Marty Rugerman. This is actually one of the favorites. This one's definitely in the top 5. This Marty B.
Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin now. Riffin with Griffin. Come and join the show. I was all smooth with the smooth sounds of Marty B. Whoa, whoa. Boo, 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 boo. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin now. Riffin with Griffin.
That's my favorite part.
Come and join the show.
Yeah, that's Marty B, everybody. So there's if you like Marty B, he only made one song, but I think that song's in the top 5 for sure. Okay, now we got another one of my main guys. See, this guy sent me some dope tracks from the beginning, and this is Matic Productions. And this is like hip hop at its finest. This is what the kids are listening to these days. And this is from Matic Productions, y'all. Oh, shit. I don't know if we need to sing it, Mike. Yeah. Tell me about it. Oh. Yeah. Griffin with Griffin. Griffin with Griffin. Griffin with Griffin. Griffin with Griffin. Yeah, check out Matic Productions. He sent 3. I got to play all of them because they all dope. Here's the second one. Oh, shit. I might need a singing mic for this one. Who am I?
Who am I? What's my story?
Ever wonder what my story is? My story is
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. All up in the studio. All day, all day, all day.
Griffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, Riffin with Griffin.
Ooh, I love that part. All right, that's Matic Productions. Okay, this last one that Matic Productions made, this is the one that Tiffany Haddish was just flowing on. She surprised me with that. I didn't even know she could do that, but she just I just went with it and she just fucking started flowing. It was dope. But anyway, what I want to do is I actually want to have a contest with this Matic Productions beat because Tiffany flowed on it. I'm terrible at rapping. I'm going to play it right now and you'll see for yourself. But then what I'm going to do is at the end of the episode, I'm going to play it again clean. And I'm also have a link on my website so you can grab it yourself because I want to see if you can flow. I want you to flow on this Matic Productions beat. Give me some riffing with Griffin lyrics and let's see what you got. But this one was dope. This Matic Productions beat.
Oh yeah, we need to sing it, Mike. It's about that time. You already know it, yeah. It's about that time. Yeah, we oh shit! Wait up, y'all! This is where you flow at. Oh, it's me, Erik G, up in the studio. Y'all don't know. Yeah, I'm terrible.
It sounds like I can rap, right? It's Erik Griffin. It ain't Lane Kiffin. I wish my dad was Meuller Griffin. No, I'm just. This is why I need y'all to rap. It's Riffin with Griffin. Woo. I'm not a rapper. I mean, if you put some lyrics in front of me, I could read them. I mean, I can actually do the thing, but like, you know, it's like being able to sing as versus being able to write music. You know what I mean? I mean, I can like, if you know, I could like, you know, it was all a dream. I used to read word up, you know what I mean? But I can't like make up my own shit. All right, next up, this one's pretty good. This is a totally different style. This is Randy Resig. I never say his name right. I hope I'm saying it right. Randy Resig. But he came out with this thunderous rock jam. I love this song so much. I got to get to sing. I'm getting the singing mic before I even start it. All right.
Singing mic for Randy Resig.
Ow! Yeah! Griffin, yeah. Check out that guitar. This motherfucker's playing. All right, so that was dope. We got Randy. Randy is super dope. I want to thank Randy. I hope he sends another one. Okay, then we got. Okay, so now we got Ricky Martin. Everybody, Ricky Martin, not like Ricky. What if like Ricky Martin sent me a song? That'd be kind of dope. But no, it's not that Ricky Martin. It's this Ricky Martin. Oh shit! Don't think we not on this singing.
Well, this is going back to Knockout Kings 2002.
Oh, you want to get there?
What is going through your head?
Maybe I can just say something.
Shut the fuck up. The Lee house is unspoken. Do you black out like that?
Don't
My
like
favorite
each other.
days, man.
That's true.
Right.
You had to show the knives.
Reverse katana grips on
Do steak knives.
Right? Oh, yeah.
real hard. Yeah, I know real hard.
La 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 la. Ricky with that. Nice. That smooth groove.
Hit him in the nuts.
That smooth groove for the Lee brothers. With that smooth groove.
Hi, dude.
Anyway, that was dope. The Lee Brothers episode. I haven't even used that one yet with the Lee Brothers, but I will next time I have them on, if I ever have them on again, you know. Okay, what we got here? We got two more, guys. We got two more. Then we're gonna end the episode. Two more. Next up is Rob Perletta.
I'm riffing with Griffin.
I'm riffing with Griffin. I'm riffing with Griffin. I'm riffing with Erik.
Oh shit!
Erik Griffin.
This is the drums, y'all.
Erik Griffin. Erik Griffin. Erik Griffin. Erik Griffin with Griffin.
Good job, Rob. That's actually a good one. Okay, and then last up, everybody, is my man Adam. It's this dude Adam Herb. He's Herbs on the internet. We actually play video games with him. So I also play video games. If you want to watch me on Twitch, I'm at Erik Griffin Comedy on Twitch, and I also I'm always with the Worst Fire Team. That's my other podcast with the Worst Fire Team. That's me, Erik Koch, UFC fighter, Steve Lee some of the time, Pikachu, hashtag PikaTV. That's author, and then of course Craig Efros, General Craig, Corporate Craig, Titty Efros. Those are my dudes. We we have a good time playing video games together. And this is one of the guys, one of our fans. He started playing with us, you know what I mean? Because he subscribed, and then he said, "Hey man, I actually make music. Can I send you a theme song?" And he did. He sent a dope theme song. So we're gonna finish the episode with this theme song by Adam. And I want to thank everybody for for listening and subscribing. And thanks for tuning in for this special episode. This is episode number 26. I can't believe I've done 26 episodes. And I want to see where it's going to go. I want to see where, like, how the Riffin with Griffin Studios is going to evolve. I know that this picture being not straight is going to drive people fucking bananas. This is the kind of shit people like going to obsess over. I'm going to do this shit on purpose. I'm like, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Why is that picture not straight? But that's the kind of stuff people obsess over. But I want to fill this with art. I'm getting a backdrop. Anyways, like I say, guys, I really thank you for listening. This has been Riffin with Griffin, and let's go out on this jam. And then remember, once again, I'm gonna have a contest with that Matic Productions beat. I actually won't even play it after this. I'm just gonna put it on the website. Okay, so get on that Matic Productions beat, y'all. You're gonna like it a lot. It'll be on the website on ericgriffin.com. I'll have a link. I'll tweet it out, and then you see what you can do with it. Can you flow? Can you flow on that beat? Let me see. Here we go, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, thank you for listening to Riffin with Griffin. Thank you for listening to Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Thank you. I want to thank you. Everybody that sent theme songs. Hey, check it out. You ain't wrong. I'm going to get on that bomb. Like Cheech and Chong. Erik Griffin going to start rapping. Ain't going to be no slapping. Just party papping and cracking and cackalacken and woo. I can't rap it all, so I'ma sing this song about riffing with Griffin. Thank you for listening to Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin.